All right, partygoers, welcome back to Zero Dark Nerdy, the galaxy's favorite dad and daughter pop culture podcast, brought to you by Fox 8 WGHP, My Fox 8 Plus. New episodes every single week on the My Fox 8 WGHP YouTube channel. Our good friends at Zipster, responsible for our amazing website, which is zdnpodcast.com. Be sure to check them out for all of your website and SEO needs. It is zibster.com. Of course, we can't forget Sailfish Comics, our good friends over there for all of your comic book, graphic novel, action figure needs. 3 locations in North Carolina, 1 in Winston, 1 in Concord, and 1 right here in Greensboro across from Best Buy. Golden Ticket Cinemas at Brassfield Center, the former Brassfield Cinemas, and the most exciting and brand new live music and really entertainment venue in downtown Greensboro, the Pearl. Be sure to check them out. We have tickets going out during a lot of our trivia nights. Speaking of which, if you're in the Triad, be sure to check us out. We have 11 plus events a week. Sometimes we're doubled and tripled up. GSO events on Instagram, as well as Greensboro game nights and events on Facebook, and on the website, zdnpodcast.com/events. So we are going to get into it in just a minute, but this is your boy Brian, a.k.a. El Nino. We got Lucy over here, and of course we are joined with...
Knives. Baby knife. I don't think, is it? Yeah, it's baby knife on
Baby
here,
knife. Yeah, that's right. Baby knife and El Nino here to bring you our review. Some spoilers possibly ahead for
definitely.
Evil Dead Burn, the newest chapter for the Evil Dead, I guess you can kind of say, remakes. We literally just left the theater and are now recording this episode. Of course, big thank you to Golden Ticket Cinemas, the premier cinematic experience of North Carolina.
More so like sequels, right? Because they always reference.
They're more sequels. Really, the Evil Dead that came out in mid to late 2000s, that one was more of a remake-ish.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then you have Evil Dead Rise, done by Lee Cronin, who just did this year's The Mummy, which we'll get to that in a little bit, because besides reviewing Evil Dead Burn, we're also going to talk about some of our favorite thrillers and horror movies of this year and what we're looking forward to for the rest of 2026. It has been an outstanding year for horror and thrillers, and, we're, of course, going to get into it. But in the meantime, we're going to get into this real quick, though. We just found out today that Sam Neill from Jurassic Park, as well as Peaky Blinders, Event Horizon, which to me is one of the most underrated 90s horrors of all time. R.I.P. to Sam Neill, and prayers going out to him and his family.
Love Jurassic Park. It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I mean, Jurassic Park literally is at least top 3 90s films of all time.
Just kind of...
hands down.
Like, doesn't ever get old.
No.
It still holds up. Like, what they accomplished with that movie, and he was great in it, of course. So, I mean...
And we reference this show all the time on Netflix. We should be getting paid by Netflix at this point. Be sure to check out the movies that made us. The Jurassic Park episode is fantastic. Sam Neill's in it. And a lot of it has to do with how Spielberg didn't want to do this movie until the technology actually came around. And the technology came around right around the time for the film. But rest in peace to Sam Neill, a heck of a talent. And our thoughts and prayers going out to your family and close friends. So we lost a legend for sure. And Event Horizon, for our horror fans out there, a lot of you may know this film. For those of you that don't, be sure to check it out. It's about a spaceship that is discovered by this crew that, this is no spoilers at all, but it ends up going to hell and back. And it's pretty terrifying, to be quite honest with you. Hence why it's super, super underrated. By the time this movie came out, like horror in the 90s, before we had Scream, it was just kind of up and down, up and down, up and down. But Event Horizon deserves all the flowers, and Sam Neill is great in that, just like he is in just about everything. I've never seen a bad Sam Neill performance.
Right.
So, thoughts and prayers going out to his family, and we lost a real one, that's for sure. So, let's get into it. Before we get started, real quick, thanks for listening, and thanks for listening and watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe, leave a 5-star rating, and write a review. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts from. All right, Evil Dead Burn. Knives. What are your thoughts here?
I really liked it. It was, I mean, it's hands down, just off the bat, like hands down the hardest to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Evil Dead. Well, like out of all of them, old and new, but
Yeah.
just yeah, it was rough. Like a lot of like cringing and just ugh. Yeah,
Yeah.
we literally just got back from the
Yeah,
theater
we're
from
still
watching it, so I'm
digesting this
still
film.
like, wow, yeah, definitely like nightmare fuel type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like not a beginner level horror movie by any means
Mm-hmm.
for anybody trying to get into it. Don't start here.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I really liked it though because it was just like it. I wasn't expecting it to be like that grotesque and quite that just relentless, really. Like,
Yeah.
of course, I was expecting. I mean, the trailers look great, thankfully. So I was like, I
Mm-hmm.
knew they would be like what I was wanting from Evil Dead, but then it just took it to another level as far as just the gruesomeness goes. Um, so yeah, that was something. Yeah, that's like my first impression. I don't
Okay.
like what was your. I
I
mean,
I'll say this from the moment the movie starts till the end,
yeah,
it,
they get
it, it
going
hits a
quick.
gas pedal.
Yeah,
There's no easing you into it. Evil Dead Rise,
yeah,
besides the very beginning, which, again, there's some spoilers involved. The beginning of Evil Dead Rise is technically the end of Evil Dead Rise, and this pretty much picks up in the same lake where Evil Dead Rise takes
right,
place,
right.
which was pretty cool because, I saw this one thing, and I
Yeah,
pointed to Jordan. I was like, oh, that's the person from Evil Dead Rise. So it was really cool to see the transition. Instead of just kind of just being like, okay, here it is, and then just a bloodbath. So, and again, we'll get into some spoilers and whatnot. But yeah, from beginning to end. Whereas Evil Dead Rise, after the beginning scene, it takes a little bit to build up,
yeah,
and then it hits the gas pedal. This one, literally,
yeah.
like,
You're not bored
no,
ever.
no, no. There's literally not a dull moment at
No.
all whatsoever. I mean, they are relentless when it comes to, and I think honestly the most cringe thing is the family dynamic because
Mm-hmm.
it's a boy or a husband and wife where the family is not really a big fan
With the
of the
wife.
wife, and the husband's not exactly innocent by any means. They think
No.
he's this big angel. So, the cringiness of, and I mean, I think we can all kind of relate to it. Now, I'm not saying within our own family, but whether if it's TV shows or just kind
Right.
of seeing out there where a family is not a big
Just
fan of
family
a
tensions
certain,
type thing.
yeah,
They really like,
they really harp on it.
honestly, kind of jumping, just because you mentioned it, jumping
Sure.
to like middle of the movie where a bunch of stuff has already hit the fan. Well, or it's about to really, really hit the fan with the entire family. There's like a dinner or a
Mm-hmm.
lunch scene, whatever, after
Mm-hmm.
the funeral of a character. Like that kind of kicks off the movie. Um, and just the family tension at the table mixed with like there are demons circling now,
Yeah.
mixed with like the just general family tension that's not demons, and
Yeah.
then you've got like the demons like egging it on.
Yeah.
That was a very like just cringe, like not in like it was like a bad, it was just my shoulders were like I felt like I was sitting at the end of the table like, oh god.
It puts you right there with them.
Yeah, it was
And,
very anxiety
but yeah, I mean, this is
inducing.
this is not for the faint of heart. I will say this, this is a hard R. The original cut, which I'm sure when they come out with the Blu-ray and 4K and everything else, will be the director's cut. Because originally the cut was NC-17, and they had to cut some stuff out to get the rated R for it to hit theaters.
Wait, it was in NC-17 originally?
Yeah,
Then they had to cut stuff out.
they had to cut stuff out to make
So
it rated R.
NC-17 is like worse than rated R?
Yes,
Oh.
yeah. Because rated R, you're still technically allowed to go in with a parent or guardian.
Oh.
NC-17 means
Oh, I didn't even
you
know that.
cannot be under the age of, I'm pretty sure it's 18. You cannot be under the age of 18, period, to go see the movie. And most,
Oh,
most, especially like, a movie like this, which is not low budget by any means, there's a lot of B horror movies that are NC-17 or damn near close to it, especially really before the rating system came in. But, with that being said, most studio films, which this is Sony as well as New Line, which is also owned by Warner Brothers, they're not looking to release national release movies with NC-17 rating.
Right. Ooh. I'm
Yeah.
excited then to
Yeah.
see, hopefully we get to see like an NC-17.
I'm sure we will.
version.
There's always going to be a director's
already
cut,
so-
and it's already gotten, a lot of kind of, like, people are excited for it. So if anything, this is why we're still collectors, as you can see. Another reason why I still get Blu-rays and 4K and everything else is because you will get 9 times out of 10 a director's cut. And I'm not saying all director's cuts are NC-17, but you really kind of see the vision of the director without the studio being involved,
Right.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And there's been there's like the Blade Runner cut. And I mean, a lot of movies that are very popular fan favorites that are extended cuts, because sometimes they also cut it because the movie's too long. Excuse me.
Right.
Getting choked up over here.
Yeah.
Movie is sometimes too long, and they
Right.
want to cut it down for theatrical purposes and things like that. But yeah, it doesn't take its foot off the gas. The gore is fantastic. I actually do think Evil Dead Rise is gorier for the amount of blood,
Oh, for
especially
sure.
the elevator scene. But this one though, it was hardcore. It, like I said, not for the faint of heart. Like if Jordan was 13 and I would, not saying that I never took her to a rated R movie. This one I might have to be like, I need to wait for you to maybe turn 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 16.
Yeah, maybe so.
So it's a hard R. That is for sure. With that being said, the director Sebastian Vanacek did a fantastic job. Lee Cronin, like I said, who just did this year's The Mummy, did Evil Dead Rise, which was, to date, the highest grossing out of all of them. We got a nice little kind of like a spoiler at the very end. There are two end scenes. There's a mid credit and an end credit scene.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna go check it out, definitely do it.
So the mid one is like kind of just like funny.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I did wonder
whatever.
what happened to this certain person.
Yeah, but
And-
the end one, if you like Evil Dead Rise, definitely stick around till the like end credit. You'll be
Yeah.
yeah.
I literally wanted to cheer.
Yeah.
Because I watched. When we got back, big shout outs to my parents, Abuelo and Abuela. Had a great weekend with them. Just got back in town today, so I watched Evil Dead Rise earlier before we went, and it is Ellie. Is it Ellie?
So good. Their names, I don't know.
Yeah, but she's fantastic in it. Yeah, so hence the urn.
That was the girls.
Yeah.
That's I was wondering.
Yeah.
I was wondering like who is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So now it makes a little bit more sense. So again, like I said, there's some spoilers on this episode, but again, it's good. The performances are good. This isn't, one of those like I don't even want to say obsession. This isn't Backrooms, which we both did a podcast episode on, and we both love those films. This is literally, and I hate to use this term, but I mean it really is. It's mindless, gory horror. You don't have to go in, and I mean they give you some clues here and there on what to look for. But you can go into it, and if you're a fan of like blood and guts and the Evil Dead franchise, then this is for you. I know I've seen a lot of stuff online where like a lot of fans of the original trilogy, they want it to go back to being more campy.
But it's
get
already
that.
there like that,
Right,
And you
right.
like it as is.
Right. Leave that where it is.
People need to detach like loving something to like just wanting it pooped out over and over and over because like it's already it's happening with like Harry Potter and everything. We talk about this all the time. Like it's already so good. Why do you want to see the same? Go back and watch that. The original, that's good.
Right.
Because then you're going to get mad over something else, even if they do it the same. You're not going to like who
Right.
they cast. You're not going to like how the music is. You're not going to like
Right.
what it looks like. Like, I just don't get that.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't want to watch the same thing over and over and
No.
over again. And just because the special effects may be better, give me a different take on it.
yes. At least
it
try
doesn't
to show
it doesn't
me,
hurt.
like another part of the world or like expand the
Right.
story versus like
Right.
show it to me all over again.
Right.
For what reason? Like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and that's the main complaint I've seen online is a lot of people are like, well, I like it. I miss the Bruce Campbell. Well, Bruce Campbell's not in it. All right, he
Also,
was an
watch the
executive
show.
producer.
Watch the show.
Yeah, and the show Ash versus Evil
Pretty
Dead. If you
campy,
want the
right?
campy stuff, like this is meant to be a gore bloodbath with a little bit of a story in. And you know what? I'm totally okay with that. I don't need it to be campy. Campy was perfect for that time because we're also talking about the 80s. And then I think
Right.
Evil Dead was like 93. So
Yeah.
we're still talking about 80s, early 90s. You
And
know
that
what I
was
mean?
like, at the time, they wouldn't have called that campy. That
Right.
was just like, this is a horror movie.
Right.
This is a horror movie for like our time.
Yeah.
Like the same way that was a horror movie for that time. Like
Exactly.
it's they were doing what they could do best. Like, and now we're doing what we could do best with horror. I feel like,
Yeah.
and it's, I don't know. This is such a great one of my favorite like modernized
Yep.
concepts from like an older movie or older
100%.
story. Like they're all great. Like I love Evil Dead, Evil Dead Rise, and this one. Still
Agreed.
so strong. So.
And then we've got the green light on Evil Dead Wrath, which is actually supposed to take place in the 70s before the original Evil Dead. Because I would like to see a little bit more.
Is that the animated one that's going to come out?
No, this is going to be a film.
Okay. Isn't there an animated one too?
Oh, I don't know.
Something? Okay. So
Yeah,
it's another. Okay. That's
Yeah,
exciting.
Evil Dead Wrath supposed to come out, I believe, in 2028. So a couple years from now. They like doing a couple year breaks on these, but yeah, it's fun. If you like horror, you like gore, this is for you. If you want the campy Bruce Campbell Evil Dead, then this is not going to be for you. Just like Evil Dead wasn't, like the remake, and Evil Dead Rise was not.
No, this is like if you liked Evil Dead and Evil Dead Rise, you'll like this.
Exactly.
But if you didn't like those, no, you probably won't like this. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there was one scene where I was like almost walked out on with the dog.
Oh yeah. But I knew they've done it before. That's my only gripe with the Evil
Yeah.
Dead modernized.
Yeah.
Which I don't they do it in the original too?
I think so.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily
But they brought him back.
they don't. True, but then even again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate they don't really show. They know they're not gonna.
Yeah.
When everybody else dies, they're gonna show you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
till they're dust.
Yeah.
How they die, but with the dog, they're like, like kill the
Yeah.
dog, and then. Yeah, so I don't like that they do that, but I'm
Yeah.
glad they don't show us like
Right.
the dog being butchered.
Right. Right.
But yeah, hate that. Always hate that.
Always.
Got it. Like
Always.
immediate loss of half a star. Just
Yeah.
don't.
Even if it's a complete
Right.
CGI, I don't care. Even if it's an animal
come
that
on.
it's not even real, and I already don't like it.
Minus half a star. I'm sorry.
I will say though, I really enjoyed the cinematography in this one. I thought a couple
Yes.
of the shots were super cool.
No, they were really cool.
Where the one in the
shower?
bathtub.
Yeah.
Yep, the shower one was
the
great.
camera like follows them up the wall.
Yep, and then turns it upside down. And then when they're fighting and then they get the girl in the basement, I thought that was cool. And then the one shot
Of
where
course, yeah, the teaser.
yeah,
shot.
which was a teaser shot. It was the teaser trailer, which to be honest with you, again, I wish they would have just done that. For trailers, they could have just done the teaser trailer, which was like I think it was a 30-second, maybe 45-second teaser.
It was just like the one
minute at the
take.
most. It was a one shot going through where this girl's just crapping her pants trying to get out of there. They could have literally just left it at that. But again, the trailers didn't show us too much, thank goodness. But yeah, it was definitely entertaining, and again, the cinematography I thought was
liked
great.
the cinematography a lot.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah,
and it was a good movie. Like even though it is less plot driven than like Obsession or
sure.
other horror movies,
You're not watching
I
this
don't
for
care.
the plot.
I don't care. Like it's still a good movie though.
Yeah.
Like it just shows you don't necessarily need like a classically beautifully written drama award winning plot to have a good horror movie, because this is still like a great movie. Like again, the cinematography is awesome, the performances are awesome, the creativity behind, of course, the kills and
Yep.
the way that they shoot the kills and everything, and it's still great.
It's
The
not-
writing's still great. And it knows what it is, though. It's
Yeah.
not trying to, thankfully, it's not trying to be like an
Yeah.
existential.
I
horror
like the
movie.
fact for this one, whereas Evil Dead Rise is the normal, they find the Necronomicon, or, for Evil Dead Rise, there was also vinyl, and the kid just also happened to be a DJ.
Dumbass.
Whereas this one, it was like the
Like the
grandfather,
family tie, yeah.
the family tie to it, but then it was the Deadites wanting to come back for the weapon that's going to take care of them. So it did keep it different. It's not just like, all right, somebody stumbled
Yeah.
across a Necronomicon and this idiot
They keep it
just
different
plays
enough.
it.
And
So-
they almost did, they almost had us thinking that the main girl, like, the Evil Dead final girl, was gonna say the 4 words. She said 3, and then
Mhm.
she was like, beep.
Yeah.
Bleep
Yeah.
this.
It's like, finally.
Because I was nervous.
Finally.
I was like, oh no, are they going to pull this off again? Because
Right.
it's like, right before things are going to really hit the fan. And I'm like, do we do this again?
Yeah.
And like,
Exactly.
no, it's not really what. She doesn't say the 4 words. So it's kind of just the family tie that's making all this chaos
Yeah.
happen. Is the grandfather who's the voice on the recording of, the research behind the
Yep.
Evil Dead. And
Which
the
I
cult.
hope that's what Evil Dead Wrath has to deal with, is the
has
grandfather,
to.
hopefully.
For sure. It has to.
And go from there. I mean, one thing that I would be excited about is I love all 3 of the final girls. I like Mia from Evil
Ooh.
Dead.
They
Beth,
got to do that one
Alice.
day.
I don't know if they can do all 3 in one,
They
but
gotta try. I'd be happy if they tried.
eventually you got to bring back the final girls. I mean, they're the final girls for a reason. So
That would be cool.
It would be,
Even though
it'd be interesting.
it'd be risky because
Super,
that's
super
a lot
risky.
of pressure.
Yeah.
But like, they should go for it. I feel like I'm willing to accept the risk. I'm willing to accept if it ends up bad for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, they should try that though.
Yeah.
Do all 3 final girls and
Yeah, and it does, like I said, does not all have to be in one movie, but maybe we get 2 in one, and then it sets up for the other one. And
if they could take the time to like write a good show, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
With all the final girls involved and like,
oh man,
conquering this bigger plot or like bigger boss.
Yeah.
Or this, whole bigger thing. That'd be something great to like roll out in a show. But that would be crazy. I don't think that would ever happen.
agreed.
But
Agreed. But I mean, that's another thing
That'd
I've
be
enjoyed about the series. Like the people that have died, you don't kind of really care for at the end of the day, and then the final girls you do, and then they leave a lasting impression. But some of the main deadites, like for this one, really was the dad.
The dad, and then like the one girlfriend for a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
Was there?
Oh
for
yes,
a while.
yeah, for sure. And the grandma was pretty funny, and that was really more the comic relief.
Yeah.
Especially with her chair.
I knew that was coming too.
Yeah. And, it wasn't like ridiculously obvious either, which is what I really liked about it. It's not one of those things where one of these movies where it's like, okay, it's going to be this person at this time, this person. I mean, not saying that we were like super surprised or shocked, but at the end of the day too, and, again, it was a fun movie. I do think it was about 20 minutes too long. That's my only gripe about it.
The ending was a little meh. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. They kind of go a little bit creaturey with it.
Yes.
And there's like a Vecna like
Yes.
looking guy, not like same powers of course, but
right.
like somebody comes back looking like that, and it's like okay.
Yeah.
But I'm not that mad about it, just because like
it was something different.
There's a lot. That movie had a lot going on, which for this movie it worked out in their favor. Like it was just relentless. Like the kills and the I was just cringing like the whole time.
Yeah.
I just like barely had my eyes open just because
Yeah.
I did not want to watch these deaths.
And not even some of the deaths too. Some of the like where he puts his kid's face into the girl's. Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
And then the makeout scene, and there's a lot. There is definitely
There's a lot of gross, just
going
like
on.
gross stuff. These demons are just, they're provocative.
Yeah.
And they don't care.
Deadites do not care. So I would recommend it for any, and I hate using the term true horror fan because there's different areas of horror. But if you are a fan of like blood and gore with a little bit of a storyline, and you don't have to, this isn't like an A24 film where you got to figure everything out.
Existential at all, which we love those too. But
Right, right. This is, get the popcorn out.
This is a more
turn the lights
movie.
off. Go see it in the theater. But when it comes home, turn the lights off. Get the popcorn out and enjoy some good blood, guts, and gore.
Have something to cover your face.
Right.
It
does have some very, very cringe areas on there. But yeah, besides it being about 20 minutes too long, that's really my main gripe about it. It's entertaining. It's fun. If you're, like I said, if you're a fan of the Evil Dead remake as well as Evil Dead Rise, I think you'll definitely enjoy this movie. People online, they're mixed, and so far this one hasn't done as well as Evil Dead Rise. But I'll tell you what, for putting it out in the middle of summer, in between Odyssey,
lots of stuff.
we're talking Toy Story, Moana 2, Spider-Man's coming out, Supergirl. It was bold. to make this decision. I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't push this more towards October. But you know, at the end of the day, studios they have a release dates for a reason,
And streaming timelines and stuff.
and I mean, I think you know what, and I will say this: I think honestly, maybe it was perfect timing because of Backrooms and Obsession completely dominating the box office. This may have been the perfect time to give people where it's not like Obsession is like super psychological and you got to figure stuff out. But maybe it was the perfect time to do it, to keep that kind of streak going to where,
I mean,
because you know, you got to remember, it's out of sight, out of mind. Like once Obsession and like Backrooms comes on streaming, like people will still talk about it, but then we don't really get into the horror thing until like September, October, and we'll get into some of the movies that we want to see coming up.
It's just been like a bold year for horror. I
Yeah.
mean, they're just putting them out right away.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had so many, and I haven't seen. There's still a lot I've missed, like Hokum. I still really want to see, and I mean, I know there's so many others. It's just been one of those years where it's just a great time to like.
It's a great time to be a horror fan.
For horror.
Yeah. Horror and psychological thrillers
Werewolf's
and
coming.
thrillers. Yeah, Werewolf.
I'm
What do you
excited.
think? Are you?
Yes, because I think this will hopefully get me more back into Robert Eggers because I was like, I love The Witch.
Love The Witch.
Love it. And this
Love
looks
it.
like The Witch but werewolf like version. But I was not like the biggest fan of like Lighthouse and then wasn't there The Northman.
And then
which
he
that
did
was like
Nosferatu too.
See, and I haven't seen that and I can already tell it's not going to be
Yeah.
any of my favorite by any means. And I can just I'm really good at like knowing if I'm gonna like a movie based off like the trailers or the vibe because I'm like always right with that. I never see a trailer and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hate that, and then I love that. I will probably hate it. Like, and this really looks like it's going back to The Witch a little bit, which I like because for me off the other two, Lighthouse was a little too just film bro-y for me. I just whatever. It's fine. It's funny.
Film bro-y.
It is. I mean, I love Willem Dafoe. I love Robert Pattinson. They're funny. They're great performers.
I remember me, you, and Jordan Brown went to go see that in the theater, and we all walked out like,
"What are we supposed to do with that?" I don't like. I don't know. I don't know when you're supposed to watch that movie, but I was just like, eh. And then Northman, I was so excited about because I love Vikings and thought Robert Eggers, and I did not like the Northman. It just was not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just that one surprised me because I'll say that was one of the times where I was like, "Ooh, I think I'm gonna really like this movie," and then I was like, "I don't like this movie." That's very rare to happen to me, and so hopefully it doesn't happen with the werewolf because right now I'm thinking like, this looks like he's going back to his witch roots a little bit, which I think he does that.
Hopefully,
subtle, atmospheric, like old timey horror of that era. It looks like the Witch era as well. Like, I don't know, 1616 Sailor. I don't know.
When I talk to people about the Witch, I tell them, I'm like, this is as if they filmed a old timey story at the time when it came out.
Yeah, it feels just very like.
Yeah, it's
if this was
slow,
real, this is how it would go.
It's good. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Before we get into everything else, what's your rating?
I'll give it a 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, it's just a lot of fun. For me, a lot of horror. I used to be an anti-horror. When I was a kid, I was scared of everything. So, like, and now I'm complete opposite, where, like, nothing scares me and as far as horror films go, or nothing, like, leaves a lasting impact. And so if it can do that, even if I'm, like, grossed out the whole time, I'm, like, I don't know, that means I enjoy it. Like, it's, I'm seeing, again, it surpassed what I thought it was going to do.
Sure.
As far as just, like, how far they took it. And just back to back to back to back. So I think that's cool because, and it's such a booming time for horror too. Like, you just don't know what you've already seen anymore.
Yep.
And so you don't want to keep seeing the same thing, and then you don't. I mean, they keep coming up with the most creative ways to.
They do.
Harm people and whatever.
The Deadites get scarier and scarier.
Yeah.
So, we didn't get a Rat King in this one.
No.
But at the end of the day, though, it did the trick. And so with that, I'm going to go more 3.5.
Okay.
Again, pedal to the metal, what I loved about it. Never a dull moment. Like I said, I think if it would have rounded out more like an hour and a half, hour and 40, just kind of like Evil Dead Rise, I probably would have maybe gone up to like a 3.8, possibly a 4. But 3.5, and again, it's popcorn movie. You know what I mean? If you like horror, you like the blood and guts, this is for you. Go watch it in theaters. If you're in Greensboro,
Right.
Golden Ticket Cinemas, or if there's a Golden Ticket Cinemas near you, go watch it. And when it comes to streaming, I know you'll come over, and we'll definitely get the popcorn out and rewatch it and do
Yeah.
a second take. So I will say the mid credit scene was pretty funny. The end credit scene definitely bumped it up to a 3.5
Yeah.
for me, to be quite honest with
Again,
you.
they took it another level.
Yeah, and they did, because it's just like, how does this even happen? And then they end up bringing back a crowd favorite. So I don't want to spoil it too much, but the end credit scene, I did not expect that at all.
No, yeah, me neither.
At all. So it's very, very exciting to see. Obviously, this will not, unless Evil Dead Wrath ends in some kind of way that goes to the present
No.
time, because it will be set in the 70s. This franchise is going to be around for a while, and you know what? Keep it coming. I'm
Yeah,
totally
so far,
I'm totally good
they're
with
not
it.
beating a dead horse by any
Nope.
means.
This isn't the
I
Scream
hope it
franchise
doesn't get
by
to
any
that
means.
point, but
And that's the thing with the Scream franchise. It's like, how many people can be the killer that you're best friends with?
like just
You
blow
know?
up the town at this point. Like, everybody needs to evacuate.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, 3.5. So like Jordan said, like we've been talking about, it's been a great, great year for horror. Um, as far as the ones that I've seen, so these are the ones that I've seen this year, and then I'll rank them. Obsession. She saw Backrooms. I did not. Lee Cronin's The Mummy, streaming now
See,
on
I haven't
HBO
seen it
Max.
yet. I gotta see that one.
28 years later, The Bone Temple. Man, is that it? Oh man, I'm slacking in the horror department. I really got to watch some more. So for the three that I've seen, Obsession definitely number one. Just watched Lee Cronin's The Mummy this weekend with Abuelo and Abuela. Love you. Hence my love for horror, and Jordan's love for horror stems from my dad, her abuelo. Lee Cronin's The Mummy is really good. So again, this is the same guy that did Evil Dead Rise. So I went in middle of the road expectations, because I actually forgot that he did Evil Dead Rise. And I was just like, oh crap, this is like,
Yeah.
as I'm like watching it, I'm like, it's the same dude. So
Yeah.
my expectations went up a little bit. It's a great film.
It looks good from
It's
the
a
trailer.
great
That's one that I
film.
thought I would like, and then it was one that everybody crapped on.
Yeah.
And then I was kind of like, okay. I mean, I just haven't seen it because I haven't gotten around to it yet. But, anyways, critics these
Yeah.
days, I'm just like,
Yeah, Lee Cronin's The Mummy. Go watch it. My good friend Justin Atkins from Tech Systems in Atlanta. Love you, buddy. He texted me the other day. He's usually my like, he's not just a good friend and one of my coworkers in Atlanta, but we talk a lot of movies and stuff. And he was like, dude, The Mummy, you got to watch it. And TT Janet, she said the
Yep.
same thing.
yeah.
So big ups to Janet and Janice, of course, the whole family. Yeah, Lee Cronin's The Mummy has some really good. It's a great story. Some great gore. I mean, it's genuinely a good movie. I
I
know we
need to
didn't have a
watch it.
chance to review it, but yeah, I think you're really gonna love it. So that would be my number two. Evil Dead Burn, number three. 28 years later, The Bone Temple.
I don't think I saw that one.
It's
I
number
see that one.
four. It's.
It seems like it would
Y'all
be.
know I don't love 28 years later. So this one, it was at least a step up. Thank goodness. And it
Okay.
does lead us to another one, which will bring back Cillian Murphy from the original 28 Days Later. So it's not as terrible as I thought it was going to be. It's definitely better than 28 Years Later. But yeah, that one of the four that I've seen, that's my number four.
Yeah. I think really I've only seen Obsession, Backrooms,